Hey, welcome back to my channel, or welcome to my channel if it's your first time. Riddle here. So it's getting towards the end of the season or mid-end of the season, and things are kind of getting tired and burned out. I noticed my squash and some of my tomatoes, the soil just wasn't right. It was missing something, and I get my soil from the forest, so sometimes it's still decomposing and it robs nitrogen from the soil. And you will see this if your plants are kind of yellowed and kind of spindly, kind of suffering, that perhaps the compost that you got wherever your source was from wasn't fully composted, and as it's composting in your pot or in the garden, it actually stealing nitrogen from the soil and making your plant suffer because it can't absorb it. But my friend turned me on to this, and it is not just used for tomatoes. You can use it on all your fruits and vegetables, and it's pretty amazing stuff. Not the cheapest stuff, but a little bit goes a long way. I just put about a tablespoon in my pot, and within a day or two, everything just greened up amazing. And you can see these ginormous tomatoes in here. It's still producing at a pretty great level. Most of the stuff I was able to bring back to life and get green back in. This is my later harvest, and they've grown twice as much in 2 days after I gave it the Dr. Earth. Here we have ground cherries in pots, and they're massive. You can see this one over here is also, it's a wheelbarrow to give you the size of those ground cherries and peppers in there. But what I really want to show you, because you'll understand this if you're growing squash, is my squash was, when it makes X amount and then it starts getting yellow and spindly and burning out, I gave it the Dr. Earths in combination with another trick I'm going to teach you today. And look what's happened. This all came back. I mean, it was more like this plant. I was going to get ready to rip it out. And within 3 or 4 days, not only did they start coming back, but they started producing squash again like mad. You can see this massive, beautiful zucchini over here. So it's worth the money. A little bit goes a long way, and it is organic. The Doctor's homegrown organic natural tomato food. This is really best for tomato food. And the second thing I want to show you is this crazy stuff. Golden Tree. Humboldt County, Humboldt Secret Golden Tree. This stuff, this little tiny bottle makes 55 gallons. So one little cap in a 2.5 gallon watering can, and it also just was like plant steroids. I think the secret ingredient is kelp, concentrated kelp juice. But when I put it in, again, within 24 hours, look at these leaves. And before, this was just really pithy. And now it's, growing into a monster, considering it's only a 5 gallon pot. It really made everything perk up. So I may put a little too much fertilizer in this one. You can see there's a tiny bit of curl there, but she'll be okay with some watering. Look at this cucumber. Now this was only reached to about there, and I got a good 5 or 6 inches in just a couple days. But you can see, look at the dark green on those leaves. She's producing a lot of cucumbers, which is really exciting. Kale's looking magnificent. So this soil was all from the forest too, and it just was a little bit too high, not quite there. And the mixture with the potassium, the kelp, and I think the rock dust also in this just really kicked the soil up into high gear. And the kale, of course, too. I cleared this out. This was spring harvest greens. So if your plants are looking sad and you want to extend their life into late fall, depending where you live, that's what I would recommend. Let me know how it works for you. Both of these I scored on eBay. Look at prices. People keep telling me that it's cheaper actually online than what it was at the Home Depot or at the regular store. Bye for now. If you like my quick money saving clever tips, rants, raves, please subscribe. It helps. take care of yourselves, but most of all, take care of each other, because it's how we treat each other on the streets that is our ultimate reality.